Good morning, Maya Barback. Here's the plan. It's Monday morning. We're going to start by catching up on Sunday's work. Yep, I didn't know they were going to do it, but they came in on Sunday. Well, about 15 of them. So we'll see what they got up to. Then it'll be back to swimming pool. It'll be back to perimeter walls. I'm not sure if there's anything else. And it's just started to rain. What could possibly go wrong? The rain is starting to come down a bit heavier. It's just after 7 o'clock. Two things to kick us off. Firstly, I will now include a little bit of footage from yesterday. We didn't film much because we were away with two of the grandchildren shopping. Oh, what joy. Secondly, on a serious note, the news about Typhoon Rai is coming in and it's getting worse and worse every report you see. At the moment, the death toll is heading up towards 200. It's not there yet, but it may well get there and it may go beyond that as they get more information in. So just a little request. If you see any mechanism for you to make a very tiny contribution, or a big one, if you can, put a few cents, a few pennies into any appeals you see to the people here. Philippines is not the richest country in the world. I've just seen this morning that the president has said that the funds to help with the aftermath are limited. So just think about maybe contributing a little tiny bit. Every penny will help. Good morning, Maya Barback. Here's the plan. It's Sunday morning. We're going to have a day with the grandsons. No builds to worry about. Just a day of chilling. What could possibly go wrong? Well, this could possibly go wrong. We've got a crew here. What's going on? I had no idea these guys were coming. We have got, I think, about a dozen guys, maybe slightly more. We got in the far distance over there, got a couple of guys working in the pool. We've got guys working on the top beams and the tops of the columns on the wall here. Keep your dizzy pills handy. More guys working on setting up the tie beams and the columns over there. This is going to be a short video today. We are out with the grandsons most of the day. At least that's the plan. So we'll just keep a little bit of an eye on this if we get an opportunity. So, yeah, activity on a Sunday. Here we're getting concrete poured up at the top tie beam just here. We'll go around the other side and have a look. Well, we've got Ronwell up top, Jeffrey and Manny with their backs to us. And over here, we've got Marvin. And down there, I think it's probably Webb, although I can't quite make it out from here. Lots of people working on this top beam. Oh, and JR over the other side, peeping his head over. My bow back, JR. The pool crew, getting wet feet. And again, they're digging with shovels, with no shoes. No shoes! I said it yesterday, or the day before. They're tough. And yes, still water here. No real rain overnight. It's just the water table. Break time. Food time. Lelut. Am I saying it right? Lelut. Congee with goodness knows. Blood pudding? I have no idea. Intestines? No idea. This is almost a Chinese style, it looks to me. So, yeah, we've got about 15 guys today. But as I said, this will be a short one. We are about to go and pick up one of the grandsons. In fact, we'll probably go and get both of them. And I think one of the shopping centres is open for kids. They are allowed into one of them. So we'll be heading off there fairly soon. It's kind of late morning, later than we would have planned, but we were out for dinner last night and a few glasses of red wine. We're heading out, so we will see whether we get back in time to capture progress today. We're going off to one of the SM mega malls, which are the big shopping malls here. We're going to the one at SM Pampanga, which is about a 45-minute drive away from here, but we do have to pick up the grandchildren first, and then SM Pampanga, which is I believe, the second largest SM mega mall, they call them, in the central island of Luzon. It's, if I remember correctly, it's about 315,000 square feet of shopping space. No, it's 315,000 square meters. So 3.5 million square feet. Oh my goodness, I'm going to have to check all that later. I'll put something in the text if I'm wrong, which is highly likely. Anyway, we're heading out of here. We will see if we can get a bit of time lapse to show the journey. So here we are, SM Pampanga. This is normal, armed guards. And at this mall, everyone has to wear masks. Hi guys!
Good morning, sir. Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. There's always a check. And here they are. The trouble. The two parts of the trouble. So, we're off shopping. See you in a while. It is the last weekend day before Christmas. So hardly surprising. It's jammed in here. Everywhere you look. Tons of people. So in case you haven't seen a Philippine shopping mall, it looks just like every other shopping mall in the world. Take your dizzy pills. This is a pretty big one, but they're all the same. Doesn't matter where you go. This bit in the Philippines can be painful. The payment process can take forever. It's not helped by the fact that at every till you will almost certainly have a minimum of 2 people and sometimes 3. And as far as I can tell, it's mainly for them to keep an eye on each other, make sure there's no pilfering. But it can be a very, very, very slow process. Well, we just got home about 5 minutes ago. It's almost 5:30. Crew had finished for the day and gone, apart from the overnight guys. I spared you video footage of clothes shopping for an 8-year-old and a 9-year-old boy. I spared you even more by not showing you the monster queues by that point. So we're going to roll this into tomorrow's episode rather than do a separate one. But they did get a lot of the top tie beam done. We're now all the way along to this point, and I'm pretty sure that at least up until that penultimate one, I think that's all poured. It looks like there's bits of concrete on the top. So they got a long way, and the rebar, the tie beam at the top, goes pretty close to the end of the wall. So they were busy boys over here. Here at the pool, we've got actually quite a lot of concrete hollow block in the base. All the way around this end of the pool has got hollow block in place. And keep your dizzy pills close. They've started going down that way. So they are clearly working in water. Hard going. There have been a couple of questions about the fact that this pool is quite close to the perimeter walls, and could that cause a problem? Well, I think at a minimum the distance between the edge of the pool and the nearest part of the perimeter wall is about 4.5 meters. I am hoping that that is enough of a gap that means that if we get any kind of movement, one doesn't impact the other. Particularly movement in the earth near the pool doesn't cause a problem with the perimeter wall. Only time will tell. Anyway, that's it. We will roll this into tomorrow, so you'll probably have a fairly long episode tomorrow evening my time rather than a short one tonight. Here we go. Exercise begins. Webb and Ariel. Or Quadrado. I think they use it in a nice way. So, Ariel's leading. First time we've had this.
Bantu, maming magbilang ka. Ayusin mo, naka-vlog ka.
Tunat muna. Okay. Pagbilang ko, sabay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, Webb's taken over.
4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Say. Say. Okay, say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 4, 3, 1. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shoulder. Shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bewang. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go by. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 4, 3, reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 7, 4, 3, jogging. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 7, 4, 3, oh, higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 7, 4, 3, oh, jumping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There we go. That's got the blood pumping. It's about 7:20. They've just rung the bell. This is getting too heavy, the rain, to work in, so they've called them in. It looks like, this could be famous last words, there is a fair bit of blue sky in that direction, so it may be that this is not going to last too long. We'll see. Well, we only lost about 10 or 15 minutes due to the rain, but it's not helped here. There's clearly more water standing now. Pump's going. We've seen before, it's a very slow process to try and clear any of this water. So it's going to be another wet feet day. Yesterday They did get all of the top beam and the columns poured all the way along here up to this point. Tie beam is now in place for almost all of the remainder of this section of wall. And then we'll go and have a look around the corner, see how far they got with that. So we're up to this, almost right up to the corner in this section. The work will continue today, going around the corner, going around the back, well, the north side of the fish pond, and digging over in the corner. Let's get a bit closer and see if we can figure out how much they're going to have to remove. So AJ and Guelito digging and sawing and hacking duty. That big one's got to come out. We saw this yesterday, this little one's got to come out. And then we'll have to just wait and see. When they turn left as we're looking at it, it's hard to tell. I still think maybe the wall might go in between these, I think, banana plants on the pond side and the trees behind. They might be able to go in between a lot of that, we'll see. Take a look at all of this, and we have to realise how fortunate we were to be so completely unaffected by the typhoon. If I can figure it out, I'm going to put a link in the description, or a link at the end of the video, to a video by a guy called Tim Kay. If you haven't come across Tim Kay, he's an American who lives with his Philippine family down south in southern Leyte. He's just posted a vlog of effectively 24 hours in their lives down there and the devastation in their particular area down south. Check it out. It's just a reminder of how things can go horribly wrong. And here, nothing. Very, very fortunate here. It's early afternoon. The wet feet brigade still have wet feet. The pump is pumping a lot of water out. Actually, I mean, one of the issues they've got is where to pump it to now that the wall is all built. So obviously, when you've got a pump, you pump to the pump room. I'm not sure that's exactly what it's designed for, but the water seems to drain out of there very fast. So anyway, back to here. Lots more progress with getting rebar in place and concrete hollow block. So they've extended probably around, certainly 3/4 of the exterior of the pool now has the base tie beams, it has concrete hollow block, it has columns, well, probably less than about half of the columns are in, but they are moving. Here on the north wall, they are pouring concrete and they are getting towards the end of these sections. We won't know today how far they get. We may not know tomorrow how far they get. We've got to head out of here a little early today. It's actually our wedding anniversary. Well, technically it's the anniversary of our church blessing. We got married, we got a civil ceremony in Hong Kong, and then that was followed 6 months later by church blessing here in the Philippines. I did at the time say to my beautiful asawa, okay, you have to choose one as the anniversary. So after careful consideration, she chose both. So that conversation went well. Sort of reminiscent of my great friend Paul, who's very fond of saying, after conversations with his wife, the lovely Jane, he's very fond of saying, that showed her. Strangely, he only ever says it when she can't hear. Anyway, yes, it is our 24th wedding anniversary today. 24, oh my goodness. So yeah, we're going to be heading out. We are likely tomorrow to not get back here until quite late in the day. So there'll either be a very short episode tomorrow to compensate for this beast today, or there may not be one at all. So it's going to take a while for us to find out, did they get to the corner with the top tie beam here, and how far round the pool have they got? And we're going to have a quick look around the pool right now. While the digging, cutting and hacking crew, they've got a long way, I'm surprised. They are up to the corner, and that includes getting rid of those two gnarly, horrible bits of tree stump and tree that were directly in their path, but they are all the way up to the corner. And actually there's one more angle to go and look at this from, because Manny and the Diggerator +1 are working from the other end. Let's go and see. Well, this is something new. Manny and the Diggerator are clearing a path. We'll see if we can get a little closer and see what is ahead of them. So from this angle, it does look like they're planning to basically go in between the trees on this side near the pond and the trees over on this side. That will be a lot easier than trying to go through them. Oh! So we'll end the day here. A couple of guys taking another look at the pump. It does only run relatively brief bursts. And Gringo, and back over there, I think it's Ali's on the concrete mixer, and I think it's JC with the other bucket. Basically, barefoot bucket brigade, bringing concrete down to add in to the base tie beam and the concrete hollow blocks. So they are getting around. Oh dear. Pump's dead. Yeah, okay, the pump is not very well. No, I was wrong. It's not JC. It's one of the swimming pool crew. Actually, we do have a big crew today. It's 28, including 2 guys from the pool crew. Anyway, enough. This is long enough. So, that's it. Day's done. We will see what we see when we get back, either later tomorrow or possibly the following morning. After that, we've only got a couple of days to go until Christmas. And by the way, the Christmas episode, which will be the one that we film on the 23rd, will be a little bit different. We'll see you for the next one anyway.